What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve again with Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video, and in today's video I'm going to read a viewer question that I received on my Facebook. So let me read it for you and answer the question. So the question comes from Blake Davis, and it reads, "Hey Rake and Profit, I've been watching all your videos over the last few weeks, and you inspired me to finally take the leap to check out a Goodwill near me. I unfortunately didn't make a purchase, but did come across a few shirts I had questions on. I am in the process of making a brand list of men's shirts to take with me until I get comfortable with brand names to look out for." Let me cut you off. 101 killer clothing brands, 102 killer clothing brands. I had to put the plug in. I came across around 5 Bobby Jones collection golf polos and was wondering if they are worth the money and time to spend on, or if any golf shirts are. Also, are all J. Crew shirts worth making money on? Thanks, and hope to hear from you soon, Blake. Well, Blake, first and foremost, thanks for the question. I appreciate it. And, it all starts with, heading out to the thrift store and experimenting. I mean, a lot of times you're not going to really know what to buy and sell until you get in there and you experiment with items. You watch a bunch of YouTube videos, you check out my books if you like, or study the sold listings. That's really the best way to do it. So first and foremost, I congratulate you for, getting into the thrift store for the first time, the Goodwill, and checking it out, because that's where it all starts. And if you get in there enough, you're going to get lucky. But to answer your question, in terms of Bobby Jones collection golf polos, are they worth any money? Yes, they are. Certain ones are, other ones aren't. I'm actually on the sold listings right now, and I'm looking, and I see one for $360, another one for $15, made in Italy. Looks like the ones made in Italy do best. Here's one that sold for $1.99 plus $5 shipping, and it's really bland. Here's another one that sold for $19.99. It's a Hawaiian one with a really cool theme. I know you can't see it, but I'm just kind of describing it. Here's another one brand new with tags that sold for $44. So it looks like these things are really all over the board, but what I do notice, Blake, is that the ones that have an interesting design, the ones that are vibrant in color, seem to sell best. And if it has like some of the polo shirts along the trim right here, it'll have like little golf players on it. Those seem to do really good as well. $17, $16, $22. Another one that seems to do well are the all black polo shirts. So I mean, they're all over the board. Some of them are only selling for a few dollars, whereas other ones are selling for $20, $25. So I mean, it is a good brand, but I would get in cheap, $2, $3, $4 at most. Probably around 2 to 3. Try to get them on the half-off days, and they'll sell, but they're not going to sell extremely fast from my experience. They will sell. You could try lotting them up. If you find a bunch of larges, put them all together on like a lot of 5 and try to sell them for like 80 or 90 bucks. You might have some luck doing that. But I mean, yeah, there's money to be made in, Bobby Jones, but I prefer to stick to the higher end brands like Ermenegildo Yegna, which is a really high-end Italian brand. I just sold a polo shirt. Vineyard Vines, Southern Tide, even the Ralph Lauren polo shirts or the Lacoste shirts, they seem to do a lot better than Bobby Jones, especially if you lot them together and they're in really good condition or if they're vibrant in color. And your second question was pertaining to the brand J. Crew. You were asking me if they're all worth money, and the answer is no, they're not all worth money. It's kind of like that with all clothing brands. I mean, there's obviously exceptions, certain brands that are just really high-end, like, Dolce & Gabbana or Louis Vuitton, or just really high-end stuff where it seems like everything sells, but like 95% of clothing items, they all differ in price. There's going to be a lower end style, there's going to be a middle of the road price range, and there's going to be a higher end. So you really want to focus on certain things. I'm looking at the sold listings as well, and I'm seeing some selling for 25 or 30. That's J. Crew shirts. I see other ones selling for 5, 6. Here I see a lot of 3 that sold for 29. So they're all over the board, but when it comes to J. Crew, I notice the ones that do the best are the ones that have a nice checkered pattern. Maybe it's like a nice red color or a nice blue color. Something unique, something different. But what I like to focus most on when it comes to J. Crew are the like the real nice sport jackets, like the corduroy ones, the Ludlow style. There's another one too, I can't remember off the top, but some of the J. Crew stuff in terms of like blazers and even suits and stuff do really, really well. So, I mean, I like to stick to the bigger items, even sweaters and stuff, and like wool material seem to do well. But I mean, every brand has potential to make money. I mean, really, even the most low-end brands like Morona, I mean, if you pick up a suit, you could still sell it for $30 or $40 when you'd probably think that the brand stinks, which most of it does, but that's just an example. I mean, even like Aeropostale or American Eagle, stuff like that, I mean, I usually pass on it, like the polo shirts and button fronts, but if I find a leather jacket, I'm going to pick it up all day long because it'll definitely sell for some good money. So, Blake, my advice to you is to keep going to the thrift store, keep experimenting with different items, you know, get in cheap, go to the half-off days, get the inventory for a few bucks if you can, and study up. You know, if you haven't already, like I said, I'm sorry, I gotta plug it again, check out my books, or check out my videos, or other videos out there, like Hearts Pickers has some great stuff on YouTube, Autumn's Upscale Resale has some great clothing videos, Hoarding Profits has some good clothing videos. I mean, there's a lot of information out there, but, you know, live in the sold listings as well. Be studying different items. Study the shirts, study the sweaters, study the dress pants, study the vests. Really get an idea for items that are selling and try to figure out why they're selling. Try to figure out what price points they're selling for, how, you know, fast they're selling, sell-through rates, all that good stuff. And, you know, the more you study up and the more you visit the thrift stores, the better chance you're going to have of succeeding. And it's all a process, a step at a time. You know, you learn what to buy, you learn what to sell, you learn how to take pictures, you learn how to list, you learn how to ship, you learn how to deal with customer service. It's all increments, small increments. But if you take it a day at a time and you know, you keep pushing forward, you're definitely going to succeed. So Blake, I appreciate your question. Hopefully this answered everything that you wanted to know. And yeah, I appreciate you reaching out. If you guys liked this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any other questions or you just want to ask me something, leave a comment below. I'll be sure to check it out and get back to you. But appreciate you watching. Keep on picking and making that money. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.